Hi.
Hi,
Hi, how's
thank
it going?
you. Thank you for coming to our channel. Welcome to
Transition to healthy.
What's your big old bicep? We can't even get the T over here. Thank you for coming to Transition to Healthy. This is actually one of our Transition and Healthy vegan meet, greet, and eat groups that we do on Meetup. I'll put the link below so you can check out that Meetup group if you're in the local Philadelphia area. That's where we host that Meetup. So today we wanted to start our journey of many videos that we're going to be doing. Just a little introduction about ourselves. I'll go first. My name is Nina. I'm a former United States Marine. I, got out of service and immediately about 6 months later, I had my daughter, and that's when I decided to go vegan and kind of get into the plant based lifestyle. And I'll do a whole nother video about kind of like exactly why I got into the whole plant based lifestyle. Like, was it spiritual? Was it for diet? Was I trying to get my body back after pregnancy? I'll talk about all that in another video, but pretty much I went right into it, and I told my family like we are going to do things together as a family.
Like, get with it or quit it.
Is no option to quit it because a family doesn't quit, and I'm not being a dictator. It's just that as the mom, I believe that this is something that's going to be beneficial and better for the family. So boom, we went right into it, and there really wasn't,
I say if it wasn't for you really laying down the facts, like the hardcore facts with the videos, with the education, I probably would not be this far right now. But I once I seen it, I was like, and then
Oh no! Wait! Introduce yourself.
Oh, by the way, my name
Who
is.
Who are
you? My name is Angel.
What's your nickname? He got a nickname?
Ace Ace. Nickname is Ace. Sometimes I go by Ace the trainer.
Yeah, he got
Ace
that
the
nickname.
nutritionist.
He started doing nicknames after he went vegan. He started feeling a little sexy.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how you feel when you lose 50 pounds. You know what I mean, and be able to keep it off through the way we eat.
Yeah, that's true. It's really about. I mean, we actually do work out. We both bodybuild, so we do work out. But most of what I tell people is really it's about fitness. It's about like the fitness and nutrition together. Everybody says it's always like 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. I think it's 100% of everything. It's 100% of everything that you do, and just giving everything that you do 100% of what you have to it. And you know what? Even trying to go above that 100%, because maybe there's more than 100% to give to something that we do. And that's kind of how we approach being vegan. We never believe that there's an end to being vegan. We never stop wanting to be vegan because we understand the influence like that is gonna have in people's life, and our family being diabetics, we understand how that lifestyle, just us being in that lifestyle, and when they want to change, when they want to eat healthy, just being able to come to us and ask us how to do recipes so that they can maintain that lifestyle.
Right.
So we understand that we have a purpose beyond a purpose. We're not scared to, because we've done it as a family. We're not scared to, go deep with it. So I don't want to take up too much time. I'm gonna let you finish about yourself, just your little military service. Not that it's important. I mean, we were both Marines. No.
Well, I grew up right here in my hometown where we're shooting this video right now in Glenside, Pennsylvania.
This is his childhood house.
Yes.
He's crazy.
And after high school, I found myself joining the military, joining the United States Marine Corps. Spent 11 years. Been on one tour, and went to Iraq OIF-1 in 2003, and from there, I had a successful military career. Did 3 years of recruiting duty. Served as a general's driver, and did various military operations and missions throughout my time that I was in. And then from there, I met this beautiful woman.
Okay.
I met this beautiful woman towards the tail end of 2010. And
how many years did you serve? Because you don't look old.
Yes, well,
could that be the vegan diet?
Yes,
Okay, go ahead. When did you join?
I joined in 2001. Okay. Yes, I am.
Don't say your age. We'll leave that at that.
If you guess it,
comment below. See if you can guess what his age is. He joined the military in 2001, and we met in 2012. So 11 years later, he found the love of his life. Okay, some blush. Anyway, okay, so we're not going to hold it up. That was 5 minutes about us. And now we're going to get into what we wanted the topic to be about, which is 10 reasons why vegans fail. And the number one reason, we're going to save that for last. And that's the only reason that's going to be in a specific order. And pretty much what I mean by that is like, that's what we feel as though is the number one thing that makes a lot of vegans fail at being vegan, or anyone transitioning to vegan, or anyone just honestly doing anything. This is what we as former Marines believe, and in a perspective know for a fact, because these are the foundations that we learn in the military. We know that these are the things that are that number one reason is the reason why a lot of people fail at going vegan. So we're going to start with number 10, and I'm going to start first, and then we're going to go down, and we're going to do number 1 together, regardless of who finishes. And we're going to make this not such a long video, but it is going to be, I want to say about 15 minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. We'll try to get through it pretty fast and just be very brief on it, and then we can do a more detailed one later, because this is our first few videos, so we know we're introducing ourselves. So, number 10, failure to learn on your own. So a lot of people, they want to go vegan, and they do what I believe is the worst thing you can do ever. They go and they either ask someone that's vegan, or they ask someone that's not vegan, or they ask everybody in the world, except they don't go and they don't read a book. They don't go on the internet. And I'm not saying everyone, but I know a lot of people where I'm like, hey, have you watched this video? Have you read this book? Have you seen this documentary about being vegan? A lot of people are like, no. So one thing that we do at Transitioning Healthy is we pass out and we give information. We'll sometimes make our own information pamphlets about being vegan, and sometimes we'll get information from other people, other businesses, other companies about being vegan, things that we don't know about, because there's so many different aspects, from your food to what you cook with, to what you sleep in, to what's in your house, to what air sprayers you use, that has a lot to do with being vegan. And remember, there's a difference between vegan and plant-based. We're vegan. We practice veganism. We practice cruelty-free living, except for the plants, and that's a whole nother process of evolution. Like later on, the plants gonna be like, stop eating me, y'all need to stay in the sun and make your own food. But right now, we're really killing things that are similar to who we are, and those are animals. Those are cows, pigs, sheep. I mean, we eat everything. If you look at other countries, they eating everything. This is crazy. A lot of things are dying. So that's number 10 for me. It's failure to learn on your own. You got to be your own teacher. You got to care about yourself. If you want to go vegan, go vegan. If you don't want to go vegan, don't go vegan. But if you want to go vegan, make sure that you honestly give yourself a shot at going vegan by educating yourself and researching.
And I don't get this when I ask people, have you seen like What the Health? And they're like, oh no, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, you don't want to educate yourself?
Now, why does that happen? Let's go to the next one, number 9.
Well, number 9 is we label it as giving up too soon, and it goes in kind of hints with failure to obviously educate yourself. A lot of people will not take the extra step to educate themselves. Maybe jumping into a vegan diet, they're not too familiar with what to buy and what to cook. And then they fail to, want to subsidize for a quick meal, and then they'll decide to go out and say, oh, I'm going to go out and cheat. They call it a cheat day, right? And they'll call it a cheat day, and they go eat something that's dairy product. And next thing you know, they're back on to back to using dairy products until they meet another vegan. And they're like, oh my goodness gracious, I'm so sorry.
And you know what? Sometimes I don't think people mean to eat dairy products, but that goes into number 8. Not being able to read labels and not questioning the food that you think is vegan. A lot of people out there think certain things are vegan. And let me tell you something. We had a lot of rough experiences going vegan. We were munching down on things that we thought was vegan, and then later on we looked and we saw like ingredients like egg whites, but I swear the label said dairy free. That also goes into a whole nother issue about mislabeling and how companies are not labeling products correctly. Then a lot of things that I remember we went to a pizza store one time and it was like, thank goodness I asked. I don't know why I asked, but thank goodness I asked. I was gonna get like a margarita vegan pizza, and why did the meat sauce have cheese in it? And there's this video on YouTube that's so funny about this vegan guy who's like spazzing, and I'm gonna put the link below to that video. He's spazzing about eating a pizza that has cheese in the meat sauce, and it's so funny because a lot of people are like, oh, he's freaking out. That's the way I felt when I was like, why the is there cheese in the meat sauce? I just want a vegan pizza. Like, excuse my language. Like, I'm not, I didn't curse, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I felt, like, so irritated. Like, things that I just feel like shouldn't have cheese in it had cheese in it. Yeah. So that's another thing, not reading labels. Read your labels. No dairy, no eggs. You got to read your labels. You got to make sure that you do your best to stay away from things that are not vegan if you're trying to be vegan, because it's a mental thing. The minute you eat something that's not vegan, you might tell yourself, oh, it's okay, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Or you might say, well, I'll be vegan, but I'm going to eat this that has eggs in it. And you want to be truthful to yourself. You want to know that if you do live to 100 years old, that you could testify that it's to a vegan diet. And if you die at 70, you want to be able to tell your kids who you want to see live a long life, be fully vegan. Don't bullshit it. So these are things that are super, 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 super important for us. And a lot of people don't realize that. So, what do you call it? We're gonna get into number 7. What's number 7?
Number 7 is one of my favorites. Since I like cooking now, I did come from a background of not cooking, but it's not being confident at cooking. And veganism is really, really, really.
We had some trial and errors with you.
Veganism is really about getting behind the stove and coming up with your own creations. Okay, watching videos. I have a whole bunch of books here, reading books.
A lot of books. We'll do another video about all the books that this dude has just bought about being vegan, because he's so obsessed now with being vegan, because he's like wants to like find the fountain of youth like Indiana Jones.
Right. And I'm not gonna lie, and Nina, she cooked as a young child for like Thanksgiving, so
yeah. So long story. Oh, sorry.
She knows how to.
Oh yes, I can throw down. My family from Mississippi, so yes. Look at me. Here we go. My family from Mississippi. Hey. Nah, I'm just joking, but look. My family from Mississippi. And
fellas,
we grew up.
Girls.
Look, if there's anybody that wants to pray and say sorry to the cows, it's me for my family, because they tore y'all up on Thanksgiving. So, with that being said, vegan is cool because if you know how to cook certain dishes, all you got to do is substitute the meat. So I've cooked for so many people, and I've got so many people to consider going vegan because I know how to cook, and I cook for them. And I love it. Like, I'm a super feminist woman, but there are times, this is a new way of cooking for me. It's like, if I had to be in the kitchen cooking for my kids and my husband, not that I would be against it, I would feel like a woman just down and depressed in life. But like, I'm in there cooking and he's talking in a more masculine way about being vegan and able to kind of have an authoritative say so on it, where people feel comfortable, because that's the way our society is. They view the male as the authoritative figure. And I'm able to be in the kitchen really showing the partnership between man and woman. Yeah. Lovers, however you want to look at it. I'm able to show how the partnership goes hand in hand with being vegan.
I think that is a benefit with us.
Because we cook together,
both being in the kitchen, it really does.
And that's the thing. We not confident about cooking, and we both cook together. There's things that he does make well, and there's things that I don't make well. I'm not gonna like I still drink some coffee, and he makes coffee good. I can't make coffee for nothing. My mom used to brew hers on the stove, so like. He makes coffee good. I won't really ever try to make coffee. He makes the tofu scramble great. I'm not going to try to make that. I make wraps good. He makes pancakes good. My daughter has said, let daddy make the pancakes over and over again. What helps us is making videos like this, and then me making pancakes with him. And we're going to do some cooking videos, so that's cool. We're going to speed it up on the video. 6, lack of what?
Lack of support.
And look, see how, there you go. That's how you know we support each other. We were supposed to go each individually with these things, and maybe I'm talking a little bit more and I got to play it back to see, but that's the woman thing, but see how we support each other in the way that we talk about these issues one by one. Like, I can come and say basically lack of support. Like, not that my family's not supportive. My family's just not supportive in a lot of things in general. So I can already tell you, not that they wouldn't be supportive of me being vegan, but I would have to do it on my own and gain their acceptance into doing it. Now,
Right.
you know, we have come across a lot of people that haven't been supportive about what we do, very nitpicky, naggy, want to eat meat in front of us. And, you know, we're from the Marines, you know, whoop, hit your head in the dirt. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You know, honestly, being vegan and being former Marines has made us probably more calm than we could have ever imagined, ever.
Yes.
We don't even get mad. We just say, well, you continue eating your meat and we're going to eat our tofu and our plant-based stuff. And
Yeah.
how do you feel about lack of support? Because we support each other. You have to understand that's what made this journey so amazing for us, is that we have supported each other since day one. And when the people that we wanted to support us, like our friends personally, left our lives, we were able to still have each other's back and say, no, I'll be vegan with you. I'll go to that vegan restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, we'll go to that vegan meetup. And therefore, 5 years later, we got to be able to be committed to something that we really wanted to do. And we're gaining the benefits because, you know, we bodybuild. Let me show you that bicep. You know, we're super fit.
Boom!
Let me get out of your way. So, you know, we're bodybuilding. We're super fit. And, you know, these are things that we wanted for ourselves, raising our children, raising our daughter. We wanted to be strong parents, cool parents.
Right.
You know,
right,
oh, your
right.
mom's bust. She got a six-pack. You darn right. No. So, you know, lack of support. And sorry, I spoke so much on that. We're just going to move to the next one. And I know you like this one. What is this one?
This is a lack of education.
And let me just insinuate on that real quick, because you might forget to say this because men don't like to be mean. I mean education, like actually being smart. Like a lot of people don't know a lot about science and chemistry to understand exactly what it means to be vegan and what happens when you eat meat and how your body breaks that down and the ATP energy and how plants make food and the food that we can eat. So let me stop stealing his shine.
No, you're fine.
And go ahead and
because in a sense you're in a sense like a borderline physician. In a sense you're in a when you start educating yourself, you start to feel like you're the doctor. Yes, you are the doctor of your own body. That's why you're the best physician for yourself. The human body can heal itself with a couple elements.
Yeah, and the books that you get, they're written by doctors. Like when you're reading these books, it's like as if you was in a college class, because you take college, so you know you're educated enough to let your family go vegan. I appreciate you for educating yourself, but other than that, the books you read are written by doctors. So you're I'm about to say you're on the toilet reading. Okay, no, you're I'm sorry. Okay, but you are on the toilet reading, and that's really a bad place to read. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, let's talk about a couple. How we educated ourselves. We watched YouTube
Let me tell you
videos.
the first way we educated ourselves. Number four, just so you know what number we're on, and we're not rambling on and on. We didn't allow social influences to bother us. In order to educate yourself, you got to be comfortable with yourself.
There you go.
You got to know yourself, and you got to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to want to help yourself achieve the goals that you set for yourself. And if you don't set goals for yourself, then how do you really feel about yourself? And that was deep. And I made this necklace. I'll put the link below to my. I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
No, I'm sorry because like I just had a shake, so I'm super energetic right now. And I was looking at the necklace in the camera. I was like, wow, it's really beautiful. Somebody might like it, so I'm gonna put the link to my jewelry shop. Because we work from home because we went vegan. We couldn't be in the workplace. Every meal that was going on was a social influence. It was like every meal had meat. You know, Subway sandwiches in the military. It's straight up barbecue with no vegetables, and you're lucky if they put barbecue sauce on the meat. They kill their own animals. No, I'm just joking. But darn near, you get what I'm saying? It's like that type of environment, no veggies, and we're not cutting up a salad. We just putting the ribs on and just eating straight meat. And you know,
even at our first vegan meetup, and we had a couple folks there, and they said the number one influence was
their social influence. We don't feel like that's the number one, but that was a lot of people at our meetups. A lot of the biggest number one issue that a lot of people said for them was social influence. And I want to say, oh well, we're military and we left our families when we were young. To join the military, so we kind of got detached from the whole family structure and the perspective, and maybe a lot of people are like, well, you don't have the capacity towards your family. That's not true. Maybe it's issue number one that helps us stick to being vegan, and you'll hear about it in a little bit. So we're gonna go to number 3,
and number 3 is
you can talk about this one.
And number 3 is about budgeting. All right. The vegan diet, it can be expensive.
Because we're organic vegans, by the way, too. We're not just the cheap vegans. We don't eat at McDonald's. We don't eat at Burger King. We are organic vegans. We eat at nice restaurants. and it's not because we being bougie. We just believe that we are worth it and that we are worth good food. And at this point of our life, we can afford to eat better because not everybody that's going vegan is a hippie and broke.
Right. And not every restaurant makes their food, in a sense, cleaner than most. So, and that's the reason why we do tend to go to a more...
So now what do you mean for like budgeting for going vegan? Like, do we have to do, like, do you mean budgeting like doing a budget sheet, or budgeting like evaluating the things that you need in your life and what you can take out to stay vegan?
Well, I would say in a sense budgeting your, obviously, your whole entire life, but in a sense your grocery shopping. Okay, when you go out grocery shopping, we shop according to our meal plan. So you need a meal plan, and then your meal plan will list all the ingredients down. Then you go shop.
Okay, so that's a good point, because I like almost forgot doing this video that's what I do with my business. So like, in case I haven't like made it clear enough by doing the whole jewelry thing, like, we're both entrepreneurs, and a good thing about going vegan is that we have a lot of energy and we have a lot of clarity. So we've been able to start and manage our own businesses. So Transition and Healthy is what we hope and aspire to be, our nonprofit organization where we can help people transition to a healthier lifestyle. We can do free nonprofit events, give kids food, feed the homeless kids in America, and really make an impact, start community gardens. Now, I also offer meal plans on my Diamond Diva, DiamondDivasFit.com, and I'm going to put the link below. That's my female, women's only online training site. If you're in the Philadelphia area, I do offer some slots for local training from time to time. I am open. As well, if you're looking to bodybuild, figure, bikini, any of that type of competition field, we have the Diamond Divas competition team. I'm going to put the link down there below, down below as well. You know, I have competed. So that's a cool thing about why we like doing this. It opens us to so many other areas of just meeting people. Yes. So why I said that is because budgeting, and a lot of people think it's about just budgeting how much money you spend at the store. No, it's about getting the right meal plan and then getting the right food for your nutritional value and what you're going to be doing. Some people have more strenuous jobs than others. Right. So some people have different work hours and work schedules. Some people will only be able to eat certain meals a day and they have to be more dense or less dense. Some people are looking to gain weight or lose weight. So everybody is different, and that's why you really want to get yourself a customized meal plan, and you want to stick with someone. I'm not knocking anyone else, but I'm just saying, like, we're fully vegan. We're not paleo. We don't do fish. We don't do chicken. We don't do beef. We do no meat. We do no dairy. And the importance of that is because we want to give you an authentic vegan experience. We want to give you that authentic vegan experience. When you get a meal plan from me, or when you utilize our meal delivery service, you're getting your food from a plant-based only service. It's not being cooked with anything else. You don't have to question the integrity of it. Yeah. I'm also going to put a link to a video down below, and I want you guys to be like, well, oh, she's trying to knock the places that are not fully vegan. No, that's not true. But the video that I'm gonna put a link to below, there was a woman that ate at a restaurant that had nut allergies, and like, she died off of nut allergy. I didn't mean to say she died. Her brain died. No, her brain died. She's brain dead. I didn't even say she died. Like, I just felt like being dramatic, and that just came out. But no, she's brain dead because she had a nut allergy, and they cooked like some of the meat in the nut sauce. So it was just like one bite she took out of it, and she's brain dead from it. So that's how cautious you have to be about how your food is being cooked. And everybody's like, well, vegan is not an allergy, but you don't know that. A lot of people in this world are sick and unhealthy, and you don't know if it's because they're not a vegan. So that's another thing. Number two, because I know we're running out of a little bit of battery. Number two, and you can get back to that. Not being mentally ready to commit to what? Consciousness.
Yes. Veganism is all about consciousness. And whether you believe it or not, but a lot of people can feel the environmental effects of what's going on with our Earth. And,
come on, Andy.
And feel the consciousness of the animals that are going under such torture. And we as humans can feel that consciousness because we are on a very high energy level.
Come right here. So, and exactly, and I apologize, I didn't mean to interrupt you with your consciousness. Okay. Because you know what? Consciousness, I feel like, goes into the very last one, which is something that is a perfect reason why our daughter came in here, because this is what it's like when you eat meat. Except she doesn't eat meat. But I'm just saying, it's like you're a baby. And if you want to not eat meat, you have to allow yourself to be trained, and you have to allow yourself to grow. Our daughter's been a vegan since the time she was pretty much almost born. I fed her meat for a little bit. She got sick off of it, and I made the decision as a mom to just cut it out of her life. Angelina, do you like being vegan? Yeah. No. Why do you like being vegan?
Because I like the chain.
She likes. See, you thought I was advertising, but she likes my chain too.
Yes, she does.
So
like this.
she's been vegan, and that's the reason why we went vegan. So I want to tell you guys the number one reason why vegans fail, why people fail at a lot of things, why people fail at almost everything in life. The number one thing that we learned in the Marine Corps: discipline. No discipline. No discipline, Marine. No discipline, Marine. Aye, aye, Sergeant. Get down and give me 20 right now. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't want to be yelled at. They don't want to be talked to the wrong way. They don't want to be held accountable for their actions. They don't want to tell people, hey, I'm going vegan, and make sure that if you see me eating something that's not vegan, you know, hold on one second, baby. They don't want to be like, oh, hold me accountable. They want to do it in secret. When they fail, you know, they just don't want to do it anymore. And it's about discipline, you know. We discipline each other. But more than we discipline each other, that little girl that you saw right here on our lap, she disciplines us. Yeah. Every day that she wakes up and she looks to us for our opportunity, for responsibility. Every day she looks to us for structure. Every day she expects us to be strong. That's what keeps us disciplined, is knowing that it's not an option to raise her the wrong way. It's not an option to feed her the wrong food. And it's not an option what we believe our options are. You know, I feel like a plant-based diet is the most rawest diet I can give my daughter until she is old enough to make the decisions that she wants as far as what she wants to put in her body and how she chooses to affect her health.
Right.
You know, I'm going to do my best, and I know this might not be on the same topic. I'm going to do my best to educate and put my child in activities that keeps them away from things that could make them promiscuous. Because I'm not going to administer birth control to my daughter at 12 and 11 years old, because that's her choice. And at 12 and 11 years old, I personally don't feel like she is conscious yet. Why? Because at 27 years old, I'm still making mistakes. I just told my damn age. That's okay. And I'm about to, no, I'm just joking. I'm not going to tell his age, but you guys can guess his age.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
This one
still making mistakes. Still making mistakes. And that's what I want you guys to understand. Discipline is so important. And I know he over here like, she talking too much. But that's because that's my thing. I was Sergeant Williams. I know he was Staff Sergeant Santos. But I was Sergeant Williams. And I will be you know what? If you disrespect me by not having the discipline to respect me. But more importantly, what used to make me mad as a Marine is that people didn't have the discipline to respect themselves. I had a lot of Marines that could have been more greater than what they already were.
Self-love.
I had a lot of Marines that could have picked up rank faster than what they did. I had a lot of Marines that could have changed their very circumstance and situation in their life. And they didn't, because they didn't want to be disciplined to it, because they wanted to go to the club, or they wanted to do a particular thing, or they wanted to have a certain type of girlfriend. Not that you have to be disciplined, but if you know you want something, if you know something's going to save your life, if you know you need something, be disciplined to get it done. The world is lacking discipline. You want to know why the world is lacking discipline? Because there's nobody disciplining us. We don't live in China where we can't go on the internet and look at everything that we don't want to look at. There's nobody over here. There's no government disciplining us to go work out. There's no job except the one that we had where we get, can you imagine getting weighed in and measured every 3 months? Yeah. Can you imagine that? Getting weighed in and measured every 3 months, being told you're going to lose your job because you're too fat? Or you got to go?
And then get ridiculed.
And then you get made fun of. That's what we experience being in the military. We have height and weight standards. And you know what? These are things that possibly we could work towards implementing at jobs, you know? But at the same token, we were provided gyms. So that was our health care. We also got free medical, you know? So there really wasn't much of an excuse for us to be out of shape. But then again, we're only saving the world. So stress is a killer. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? discipline. Even through all that, these people are still maintaining their body weight. They're still going to war. They're still being parents. They're still being moms and dads. You're still fighting for your freedom. And that takes discipline. You know, we do our summertime Marine Fit boot camps because we want to teach people discipline. It's not, you can learn all the burpees and all the exercises you want, and I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm not bashing any trainer whatsoever. And I'm not saying because I'm a United States Marine, Sergeant Williams, that I'm better than any guy out here lifting weights, but your girl served in the military. I'm pretty hardcore. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that I back up what I say. I picked up 5 ranks in 4 years. I graduated #1 in my MOS school. And I led Marines. I was the boss at 19 years old. I was leading Marines.
Which is very impressive.
This man right here, he was a staff sergeant when I met him. He was bossing it out. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I've always wanted to be a leader. And I've always wanted to be a leader because I've always wanted to tell people they have no discipline. And I know that might seem ironic, but I always felt like you can't tell somebody something if you're not a reflection of it. Like, I don't want to come up to, I want most women to be strong so that we can stop being subjected to such hostile environments. I want most women to be strong so that we can stop being targeted. I want most women to be strong so that men can stop trying to make us weak. But if I'm not strong, if I'm not a reflection of strong, I don't feel as though I can say that to a woman. So when I step to women and I'm like, hey girl, you know, make sure you're keeping your body right. Or when I walk around and I'm showing women my body and what I look like and what we can look like as women and how strong we can be, you know, is because I want women to have the discipline to be strong. And they have to overcome all of these factors that we just named, not just women, but anybody. So let's reiterate why people reiterate. And this was a longer video unexpected because this is really important. This is really important for you guys to understand why vegans fail, why people fail going vegan. Number 10, failure to learn on their own. Learn on your own. Number 9,
giving up too soon. Stay disciplined.
Number 8, not being able to read labels. If you can't read, period, learn how to read. If you can read, learn how to read labels. I'm going to do a video on how to read labels because sometimes it's not as simple as just reading the label. Things are labeled and name certain things.
Which in a sense is when you're looking at it, you're like, oh.
High fructose corn syrup and sugar.
Yeah.
So don't think that that's anything
and
special.
If you don't know what it is, look it up on your phone. Be disciplined.
Exactly. Number 7.
Not confident at cooking.
And what are you gonna be doing? That's our daughter out there. She probably raising.
Right on. We are going to be doing cooking shows, cooking different vegan entrees, desserts. So stay tuned. A lot of good great.
Number 6, lack of support. Lack of support. Make sure you find someone out there that's interested in going vegan. Check out the local vegan meetups in your neighborhood. Vegan meetup. If you're in the Philly area, we're gonna be starting them in other communities. So if you're looking to kind of run a vegan meetup underneath this, let us know. Lack of education. I'm not telling you guys to go to college. I'm not saying that's the best option. What I'm telling you to do is go to the store and buy a book about being vegan. Get an ebook. I'll be dropping my ebook soon, but get any ebook that you want. Read about being vegan. They got free ones out there, ones you pay for. You get what you pay for, and you get what you don't pay for. So remember that, you know?
Social influence. We just seen a Will Smith video.
Yeah, get off of social media.
And he was like,
you have
focus
to
on
get
yourself.
off of social media. Unless you run in a business, get off of social media.
Yeah.
Like, even running my business, I've had more success not being on social media than I've had being on social media. But yeah, I still choose to remain on social media because I'm addicted and